Okay, welcome to my dinosaur fiction collection, part 2. Part 1 was the books that I own physically. And of course, in a perfect world, I would have a house with a vast Victorian-style library where I could own everything in physical form. But I don't object to reading things on the Kindle. I find it very convenient, especially when the physical book is a large one. And sometimes space issues are space issues. I have so much space on my bookshelves and have sometimes had to reduce the collection based on what I have access to electronically. So these are the books that I now own electronically that are dinosaur-themed fiction. We start with The Lost World by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the ultimate dinosaur book, the book of dinosaur books, the guy who created the concept of a remote area on Earth where dinosaurs still exist. And it is still a superb adventure story. Doyle was a great writer, not just of Sherlock Holmes stories, but of a vast variety of stories. And The Lost World is justifiably a classic. Michael Crichton's 2 Jurassic Park books. When this first came out, it was, 1990? Normally, when I wanted to get a book, just for financial reasons, I would wait for the paperback. But in this case, I went out and bought Jurassic Park, from what I had heard about it, just in hardback. And so ended up getting The Lost World in hardback as well. And it is, excuse me, it is a great novel. It really is. It's just edge-of-your-seat stuff when the velociraptors are loose and the kids and the paleontologist are running from the T-Rex and all of that. It's just wonderful. The Lost World, you can kind of tell that Crichton wrote it because they wanted to make a sequel to the movie. His book has only a vague connection to how the movie turned out. And if I were doing a MovieTube channel, I would now spend 15 minutes raving about why The Lost World is the worst of all the Jurassic Park / Jurassic World movies, even though it still is visually incredible with all the dinosaurs in it. That's why I own a copy, as much as the storyline aggravates me. The book does not aggravate me. It's a fun adventure story back on what turns out to be a second island where cloned dinosaurs exist. It's got great characters, great action scenes, and not as good as Jurassic Park, but still a really good, fun dinosaur-themed novel. Death Beast by David Gerald. To put dinosaurs together with people in fiction, one of the methods is time travel, and often those time travelers are hunting dinosaurs. This was true in the classic short stories A Sound of Thunder by Ray Bradbury and A Gun for a Dinosaur by L. Sprague de Camp. And it's what David Gerald does in Death Beast, and turns out another fun novel. Dinosaur Summer by Greg Bear posits a world where The Lost World by Doyle was a true story. And dinosaurs have been brought into the world, but this is an exhibition that is returning some dinosaurs that were part of a circus to the plateau, to the Lost World, because people have kind of lost interest in dinosaurs, and they're not drawing the crowds anymore. One interesting part about this, once again, very entertaining novel, is that the exhibition bringing them back includes Willis O'Brien and Ray Harryhausen, who, because dinosaurs existed in real life, their career trajectories took a very different route. The Land of Terror was the second Doc Savage adventure, I believe, where he does end up on a remote island where dinosaurs still exist. I don't think these have been officially released as ebooks. I did find a copy somebody posted in EPUB format and grabbed it and put it on my Kindle. I'm not interested in cheating the copyright holders. I actually do own the recent physical reprint of this. And I also own the old Bantam paperback, which is where this cover comes from. Or I did own it. Do I still own it? I must still own it. I wouldn't get rid of that even if I had it electronically. But I didn't see it. Did I? And now I don't remember if it was in the previous video or not. It might be with my Doc Savage books as opposed to my dinosaur books. Anyway, that's a mystery I shall have to solve. The Dinosaur Park by Hayford Pierce is really a delightful novel. It was originally published in 1989 under the title The 13th Magistral, because there are dinosaurs in it. It's the far future, and dinosaurs are cloned for elaborate religious ceremonies in this like sort of galactic empire situation. And I think after Jurassic Park became big, it was re-released with this title. And it's the far future. There's a 10-year-old kid on a planet where dinosaurs are raised for elaborate religious ceremonies. And when the main character, who's 10 years old at the beginning, does a breach of etiquette that offends an important dignitary, so as punishment, his father is fed to a dinosaur, and the rest of the family sold into slavery. As an adult, the main character then seeks revenge, and there's travel between planets, there's escapes, there's a time machine, and some interesting time travel shenanigans that go on. And it's very much like the books of Jack Vance. And in fact, I read somewhere that it's a deliberate homage to the style of Jack Vance. And if you're familiar with Jack Vance's science fiction, you know what I mean. If you're not, read some Jack Vance. Read the Dragon Masters or the Planet of Adventure series of books. Excuse me, getting over a cough again, and you'll just have to tolerate my coughs. The End of the Era by Robert J. Sawyer. Two scientists time travel back to study dinosaurs and get involved with a plot by an intelligent Martian virus to conquer the world that can actually take control of animals or humans. Very imaginative and very entertaining. This is the Quintaglio Ascension, a trilogy by Robert J. Sawyer about intelligent dinosaurs who were originally from Earth, but who are now living on the moon of a gas giant. And the first book, the main character is pretty much that planet's Galileo. He invents the telescope, and the things he starts to discover upset the established religious hierarchy. There's massive societal changes, and this continues to go on with other characters as the dinosaur society learns more about themselves. It's very good in that these are not human characters, and they sometimes act in ways that humans would not, but that makes sense for their species and their mindset. So they're basically an alien race, and we get the story from their point of view, and it's just, once again, a ton of fun. I'm using the word fun a lot here, but if you write a good dinosaur novel, then fun will always be an accurate way of describing it. The Eden Trilogy by Harry Harrison. And this is West of Eden, Winter in Eden, and Return to Eden. Dinosaurs do not go extinct and eventually become an intelligent species whose technology is based entirely on biology. They've actually never created fire or learned that. So their weapons, for instance, are this animal that's genetically designed to spit out poison darts when you press on it. Their ships are actual living beings that have been genetically designed to have kind of a living quarters for the intelligent dinosaurs in the middle. This book's about when they come to what is North America and set up a colony and run into primitive humans, and the humans and the dinosaurs don't get along with each other. And that leads to 3 books full of great world building and great adventure. Footprints of Thunder and its 2 sequels by James F. Davitt. There is some sort of event that means big chunks of the Earth have disappeared and been replaced by chunks of Earth from the ancient past. So suddenly your neighbor's house will be gone, and instead is a bit of tropical jungle with a Tyrannosaurus wandering around. And that expands outward to some characters actually time traveling in later ones. I actually haven't read the 3rd one. That's one advantage of doing these videos, is that I'm looking through my Kindle and I'm discovering, oh, I forgot I had that. From the cover, it looks like we end up on the moon at some point. But once again, good adventure stories. These two really well done anthologies, Dinosaurs and Dinosaurs 2, edited by Jack Dan and Gardner Dozius. I actually don't know how to pronounce his name. I've read it a million times. But they have both classics in here, like L. Sprague de Camp's A Gun for Dinosaur, and they have newer stories. The first one includes one by, I think, Harry Turtledove called Hatching Season, which is just this delightful story about a doctoral candidate who goes back in time to study hadrosaurs during their mating season and ends up accidentally having a baby dinosaur imprint on her. And it's just, I should have thought before I did this video of more ways of saying it's a lot of fun than it's a lot of fun. But what the heck? These stories are a lot of fun. Cryptozoica by Mark Ellis. This is a novel where I really don't want to go too much into the plot because it's just so much fun watching the bizarre plot unfold as you read it. There is an island full of dinosaurs out in the Pacific. There is this stuff called prima materia, which is a miraculous ancient substance that might have the true secrets of life on Earth. There's an ancient society that wants people to not discover this stuff. There's a rugged adventurers, one of them named Tombstone Jack Kavanaugh, which is a great name for a rugged adventurer. There's this Chinese mob boss who's obviously an homage to the Dragon Lady from the old Terry and the Pirates comic strip by Milt Caniff. There's great action all throughout, and once again, I don't want to give details more than what I've given because it's just fun to watch this story unfold as you read it. Here's some that I haven't read yet. They're on my Kindle, and I have not yet read them. Bones of the Earth is, I believe, a time travel story. Dinosaur Wars has dinosaurs returning to Earth after going off into space for a while, and a lot of them intelligent and declaring war on humanity. And Dinosaur Lake is, once again, my impression is that it is a book about like a dinosaur that's been in suspended animation or whatever and gets loose and starts eating people. All look like, a Checothosaurus for another word than fun. But fun is the theme of these books. If you put dinosaurs into a book and you tell a good story, it is going to be fun. You may have deeper themes like Crichton did in Jurassic Park, but mostly it's just going to be a joyride because there's dinosaurs in it. And dinosaurs, of course, make everything better. So I shall now cease to be embarrassed over using the word fun too much. And that is it. That is the books that I own electronically. So that covers the bulk of my dinosaur-themed fiction collection. There's stuff out there that I don't own right now, but that's also good. And just remember, dinosaurs make everything better.